you ever wanted to share, shall we say, a series of videos with somebody or a group of people, but not want to have it out there in the public? Well, that's the question that Aisling Newe came to me with yesterday. Now, Aisling is an Irish dance teacher here in Galway. She has local classes in Oranmore and Furbo, but she actually teaches a group over in Brussels as well. So she's traveling back and forth between the two groups. Now, her students, because they're the best students in the world, would ask her if they could have some practice videos that they could use just for themselves so that they could practice during the week. And I think this is something that a lot of people should be able to relate to, is like, how can I give my clients some videos that I don't want everybody else seeing, but that I can just give it to their clients. So that's what this tutorial is about. So it's using YouTube and getting our videos up on YouTube that we can share with other people, but not let everybody else see them at the same time. So let's get started. So maybe you're seeing me for the first time. My name is Emer. I'm living here in Galway in the west of Ireland. Web developer, designer for user experience and helping businesses with their tech. But above all, I like to translate tech into stuff that we can actually understand. So getting back to Aisling's question, she was able to figure out how to put the videos up on YouTube, but then it was like, okay, so how can I put them all together? And it got a little bit confusing. And it's something I actually remember this happening to myself in the beginning. It's like, oops, where did that go? So I think the first thing that can confuse some people is if you have a Gmail account, you automatically get a YouTube channel. So a YouTube channel is basically just a YouTube account. Okay, so that's how the two of them relate. So people, unlike a lot of other things, you don't actually set up a YouTube account anymore. It just automatically is there, that you just log into it directly from your Gmail. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the options that we have within YouTube. So the first one is public. Public means that it's available to search, it's up on YouTube, it's visible on your YouTube account or your channel. Unlisted then means, so it's like it's hidden, and it's there, it's available, and anybody who has the link will be able to see it. But then if I went to your YouTube channel, I'm not going to be able to see it. The third option is private, which it is just for yourself. And sometimes, you know, shall we say, we can often put videos that maybe are gone out of date or whatever into private mode, or whatever the reason is. So in this case, so for Aisling's question to share with her students, we're going to look at the unlisted option. So let's get started, and I'm going to hop onto my phone. So I'm sharing the screen of my phone here, and I've gone to a video which I took last weekend with the wonderful Raquel and Paolo. It was a bachata weekend. So I'm going to put this video up onto a demo channel that I have. So when we tap on the video, shall we say just below the video, you will see the option to share in the bottom left corner. Now, YouTube may not pop up immediately. I'm sharing videos all the time, so my YouTube icon is there. You may have to scroll down a little bit further until you find the YouTube account. So all you do is tap on the YouTube, and this is the demo channel that I'm using. So I'm not putting this up on my actual one. You put in a title. We could just say this is our lesson 1. We'll call it, instead of class, lesson 1, and tap in a description. So description, very intuitive there, haven't I? And you see then on the third option there is that we have the privacy settings. So this is where we set whether the video is public, unlisted, or private. Now, by default, YouTube is now setting them to unlisted to begin with. And that's why it's confusing an awful lot of people, because if it's set to unlisted and then you go to your YouTube account, you're not, you know, somebody else isn't seeing it. You will see it because you're already logged in, but somebody else isn't going to see it. So you can see there when I tap on the privacy settings that there's the public, which is going to appear in your channel. Anybody can view it. Unlisted, Anyone with the link can view it, and private, only you can view it. Now, just one word of warning with the unlisted: anybody with the link can do it. So if you're sharing this link with the group, do just mention to them, please don't share this out on social media. This is only for the group. It's never a bad idea just to remind people about these things. So once we have it up in the top corner there, we just hit the little arrow and off it goes, and it starts to process it. So while it's processing, we now have the video up there, but if we want to do several of them, and I'm just going to pause and put up a couple more. So we now have 2 videos up on our YouTube video list that are both unlisted, and it does take a little bit of time, so it was easier just stop and get started again. In order to add them to a playlist from your phone, if you click in, and I'll just stop that so that the noise doesn't, or the music doesn't kick in, you have the option there to save over on the far right, and it will give you the option to create a new playlist. So we'll just say for my students, we'll call it. And by default, playlists are public. So you can make this unlisted because you don't want the videos aren't going to show in it anyway. It's just going to show as an empty playlist on your account. But then you could have people asking you, so is this for your students and can I get it, and things like that. So again, you can change this to unlisted, and that means only the people that will have the link will be able to get it. And click OK. And if we go back and we do the same with the other video. Now, if you can see, the option at the bottom here is that to change it. This will give you the option that because sometimes it will automatically save it to the last playlist you created, so that you can, when that option pops in the bottom, you can check it. If it doesn't, if you miss it, okay, and you say, okay, did that go to the right playlist? Just press and hold, and that'll pop up the on the saved option. That'll pop up and tell you which playlist it's in, so that you know now that all your playlists are in the one place. So if you tap on the library option down in the bottom corner, that brings you into all the options that are there, and you will see all the playlists that you have already created. So if we go to the one that's for my students, and again, this is all from your mobile phone. There is the little, you can edit it, you can share it. But before we do, I just want to show you is that at the moment I've reordered them, that my lesson 2 is above my lesson 1, and I want to change that. So if you see beside the you've the number of videos that are in the playlist, you see that like paperclip, that shows you that the playlist is unlisted. Beside that is the sort option. So if you see the sort option, you can have them so that they, the date added or whatever, the date that you published it, it can order it that way. But if you leave it at the manual option, do you see on the far left side there are 2 little horizontal bars? You can use that to pull and drag and reorder the lessons, so that you can just stick them up there, in whatever way you want, and then you think, oh, I forgot to put in one, you can just upload it again, and you can reorder the playlist again as you want it. And then when you're finished, all you need to do is hit the arrow second option, and that'll give you an option there. You can copy that link, and then you can send that link any way you like to your students, and they're all going to be able to see the videos that are in there. I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions, in the description below will tell you how you can submit a question to me, and of course subscribe and make sure we connect on YouTube. And thanks very much again to Aisling for a really, really brilliant question. I hope it helps some other people too.